Don't be scared to get to the money at all times. I went to sleep 3 a.m. I was back up at 6:30. Excited. No excuses. My bad. Yo, shut the fuck up and let's get to the money, man.
What's great, everybody, man? Welcome back to the video, man. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, you like, you comment, and the most important thing, turn on that notification bell so that you can be notified every time when we drop in, man. Welcome back to Quinton Elite Cycle, bro. This is episode 4 on learn how to trade Forex indices as a beginner. You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, guys, I told you that I'm actually going to pick up where we left. I'm not going to start over and reanalyze the market over and over again, because I want you guys to understand the cycle and end the result. Anyway, man, guys, as you can see right now, we're opening the chart on the US 30. Beautiful morning, beautiful week, man. Let's just make money this week. So we're still eventually looking for those type of buying opportunities. As you can see, the market has rejected on our weekly time frame resistance, which means they're telling us that they need to make a reversal. So when we bounce into a smaller time frame like a daily, there is some actually zones that the market is supposed to reverse before they eventually push the market to the top. You know what I'm saying? So at the certain point, as you can see right here, we are going to bounce to h4. As you can see on h4, now we're literally looking for where the market is eventually going to reverse at a certain level. So I'm going to delete this so that I cannot confuse you guys. So as you can see right now, we have a trend inside a trend, which is I actually took it from this previous low, which we have a first touch, second touch. We literally need a third touch for a confirmation right here, so that you can be able to see that the market is eventually pushing to the top or they are pushing to the downside. But now we literally need to wait for some proper confirmations. You know what I'm saying? So at the certain price right here, I'm still gonna be waiting for the market to give me a proper confirmation for me to actually take those certain movement that there's a resistance trend line that is eventually that is forming the structure. So unfortunately at this current point, as you can see, I'm gonna wait for the touches between these two trend lines before I confirm my movement. As you can see right now, they are eventually pushing to this. So unfortunately from here, I'm not gonna wait for them to, it's either they reverse after touching the certain trend line to drop to the downside, which is this low, right? Or they are eventually breaking, right, and then continuing to the top. You know what I'm saying? It depends on which price they will respect first, folks. So if ever they decided to, no, we are eventually going to respect the previous low first. But as you can see right now, they're already pushing the buys to that trend line, right? They say maybe we're respecting this previous low. We know exactly that it's either they reverse towards it and then continue dropping, or they breaking it, guys, or they are eventually going to touch it while they're already breaking it to the downside. So this is how it is, you know what I'm saying? So at a certain price movement, now I'm about to bounce to h1 so that I can show you guys what I'm literally talking about. So at a certain price, we literally need to wait for some certain confirmation to be. So as you can see right here, we're waiting for them to eventually come and respect this certain trend line. So in this certain trend line, that's where we are going to get our proper confirmation that we're breaking, or we eventually continue to drop to the downside. So this is how it's going to be at this certain movement. As you can see, they're already pushing the buys, so unfortunately we are going to wait for them to touch this zone. It's either they touch this zone in reverse, then we take our cells. I'm sorry, I want to draw it very clean, like this. If ever they touch it and they reverse, or it's either they break and they continue to the top. That's how it's going to be, folks. So we literally need to wait now for the market to give us those type of proper movement for us to eventually confirm which setup that are we taking. You know what I'm saying? So as you can see, this is how it is, man. This is how it is. I am actually going to trade what I see, not what I think the market will do. You know what I'm saying? So if they break, I will taking buys. If they reverse right there, that's where we eventually going to wait for the reversal to the downsides. Anyway, guys, let's just bounce to NAS 100. On a NAS 100, guys, as you can see that we already broke this structure on a very big time frame, which is a weekly time frame, folks. We eventually broke the current structure. Fortunately, it doesn't appear here. I'm gonna bounce to daily so that I can show you proper. As you can see, the market broke the structure and reversed. So a lot of people got confused right here. They thought that the market is gonna touch this trend and drop, and again they was actually looking for this as a fake out so that they can actually enter their sales. No, unfortunately they reverse outside the trend line. This is why they actually wanna push to call push the buys to the top, you know what I'm saying, because they did a reversal outside the trend line. Because remember, we were pushing a downtrend. Now they broke this downtrend, they change of structure, they want to actually put a what map trend, you know what I'm saying. So at this certain point, I'm gonna bounce to h4. When we bounce into the h4 time frame, I can see properly that is it our reversal happened according to the way it's supposed to be. So those two arrows, guys, I was explaining this in my VIP group to make them understand what is recently happening on NAS 100. So as you can see, there's a breakout and a reversal, but the reversal, guys, notice that the reversal, look at this. I know, yeah, to break out and reversal, that's a good thing, but look at our reversal, guys. Our reversal is not yet been respected the trend line, so it clearly shows that this candlestick is a fake out. We're still taking it as a fake out. It's not like we are going to consider the selling opportunities, but we know that what the market left behind. Remember, you need to understand the historical price so that you can understand the future price. So as you can see, they didn't respect it the proper, but each and every time when they touch in this certain support zone, they reverse to the top, you get me, each and every time. So this is where they eventually been able to actually confirm to us that this zone level here, they might eventually look for a drop to complete what they did or to reconcile this breakout. I don't know how am I eventually to explain it to you very further, but as you can see, this resistance here, after the every time when the market touches this certain resistance, they actually drop. So they might eventually drop from that price. Let me just try to put the resistance trend line so you can notice it. This is the zone that I'm talking about. Every time when they're playing around that level trend line zone, they decided to actually what to drop to the downsides. Guys, this is very simple but not easy, because remember, in this level zone, which is this price right here, sorry about this, guys. This price right here, the market is eventually going to give us the confirmation around this level zone. This is where we eventually going to check that the market is going to reverse through this resistance and drop to the downsides, guys, or now they are eventually breaking it and they reverse and they push the market to the top. This is how it's going to be. It's going to be as simple as it is. You don't need to actually look for some certain things that are not there. You know what I'm saying? Once we bounce to H1, that's where you're gonna get the confirmations to execute. That's where I execute my trades anyway. So this is how it's happening. I'm not going to go further and further, guys. You just literally need to wait for the rejection to reject, you know, to reject on this resistance trend line and close inside, back inside, you know what I'm saying, and close inside this zone. That's where you're gonna be continuously looking for your sales. But once they reject and close above, we are anticipating the bullish to the top, you know what I'm saying. But then we literally need to see how they're going to react after respecting the setting. Look at this price here. You see, look at this entire rejections. Look, 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 look. You get what I'm trying to say? There's so many rejection that is happening there, which is what we might eventually start to look for the sales too as a traders, because that zone, that resistance zones show us that they got some power to reverse the market. But remember, man, as you can see that they are eventually pushing to it. Let's just wait for the rejection to kick out the whole entire Forex. You get me? I'm gonna put it very on this high so that I cannot miss. This is how it is. You get me? This is how it is, bro. Here's the sales, they might come out. So at this, I think this is the end of the video, guys. As you can see that I'm gonna wait for the market to reject to that price before I reconsider my selling opportunities to the downsides, and once they break, I'm gonna take my buying opportunities to the top. On a NAS 100, let me just wrap. Only use 30, so let me just wrap up. As I said, I'm gonna wait for them to see hey, sorry man, what's happening, to see eventually that are they eventually respecting the zone price, right? Are they reversing, respecting the zone, right, and dropping, or are they breaking and continue to respect that new high that they did last week? No, I don't know, it's last week. Yeah, it's last week. You get me? So I think this is the end of the video, folks. If you watch this video till this far, I want to appreciate your time for you clicking this video. Please don't forget to click that like button, subscribe, like, comment for more. Remember that we drop in each and every week. So this is episode 4. If you want episode 5, make sure that you turn on that notification bell. You like, you comment, and you share with other folks. You share with other people who actually want to know how to trade, but they're actually looking for a proper platform to watch. Remember, you watch from episode 1 so that you can link the whole entire episode to understand where we're coming from. You get what I'm trying to say? So anyway, guys, if you watch this video till the far, I wanna appreciate and please, man, subscribe, guys, just subscribe to 1,000 subscribers. I will appreciate that. So this is the end of the video. Champagne.